When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his Future Shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
McIntyre said earlier, this is not going to be a classic. This is not going to be cinema. This is going to be mutually assured destruction.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight, in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and...
Perched up top.
Off the mark. Counter. He knew just what to do. A sharp suplex. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. And Punk making his way back to the ring. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Of all the toys underneath the ring, he just had to go with the one that ensures splinters. You got to think about this. Drew McIntyre has never won inside Hell in a Cell. Punk has. That's going to be adding even more to this match for Drew tonight.
Yeah, McIntyre's been successful in unleashing all of his mind games on Punk leading up to this point. But is that something clouding his own vision? Uh-oh, Punk taking a look under the ring apron now.
Got a wrench. Looking to tune someone up. This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
Kick from behind. Ouch.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker.
From the top, double axe handle connects. McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
McIntyre, nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and now...
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Able to steer clear of danger there.
Oh, looking like Patches O'Houlihan out here. Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre. Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep.
Drew is completely out of it.
I do not like where this is headed for him.
McIntyre counters with power.
This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure. He quickly slides into the ring.
Bam! Did you hear the thud of that sledgehammer?
McIntyre a step ahead there.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Oh, just bounced that face like a basketball. Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment. Across the top rope. It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get.
Oh, stiff wrench shot.
This could do it for the win. And he kicks out of the pin in one.
Not even a 2 count, just found a way to power out of that pin attempt.
Legs caught.
Each athlete finding an answer. Claymore connects.
Hit on CM Punk. A kick out. Oh, my God.
Just barely more than one. What on earth are we witnessing?
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago.
So much tension applied to the leg.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might... From the top rope, CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. Go to sleep.
Can that finish McIntyre? Ooh, hitting him with that wrench. We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl. Drops the elbow down hard.
Hey, let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just karma for McIntyre, who injured Punk, costing him an opportunity at WrestleMania.
Drew's own wife has become second best in his heart. That is how deep Drew's hatred for CM Punk runs. Just exploded through that table, splinters everywhere.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Get ready for chaos. The chair is coming out.
And he heads back into the ring. And what's he looking for here?
Grabbing the table here, and I'm sure it's not long for the world in this match.
Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk's finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
That gets reversed on CM Punk. And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke.
Face first. Setting up. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Northern Lights. And now McIntyre is being neutralized.
Punk is determined.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Oh, scattered that one. Drew managing to get some control back now.
His pride was not going to let that abuse continue. Oh! A warning and a challenge from McIntyre.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. Sliding back into the ring. Oh, God. That might have punctured something. Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
Ooh, great anticipation. Catches the leg.
Oh! Kick connected right on target. I'm stunned, this crowd is stunned, and yet the battle just continues.
Really no words do justice to what we've all seen unfold here tonight.
Clubbing blow. And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
Nice counter, and down they go.
Setting up the table here. Who knows what he has planned?
McIntyre wants to prove to the WWE Universe that he's a man of his word, that the Scottish Warrior will be the one responsible for ending Punk once and for all.
Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure. He goes back into the ring here. Oh, did you hear that? And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Yeah, Punk able to completely neutralize McIntyre here.
Able to parry that one.
Back elbow smash, nothing fancy.
This could be it. This could be the end. Shoulder shoots up before two.
After everything we've seen tonight, he must be using the reserve tanks at this point. Punk avoids the attack. Oh, just punishing the arm. CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there.
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Spin kick to the midsection.
A well-placed calf kick there. And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support. Stalking in now. He could be looking to...
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective. And all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
Were the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.